everybody, what's happening? My name's Neil, welcome along to Midlife Motors, and we're back after a bit of a break, a bit too long to be honest with you, Type R. We are heading off today to test drive a car. We're thinking of replacing one of the cars, and when you see the one that we're off to test drive today, you'll probably be able to guess which one it is. It's a little bit of a test drive with a twist though, because the car's available as a manual and as an automatic. Which do you choose? Well, when we get there, hopefully you can help us decide. Right, we've not got long to go. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so the clue's over my shoulder here. The white car with a red roof is the manual, and the one just the other side of it, I don't know if you can make that out, that's the automatic. CJ's just inside sorting out insurance, so hopefully we're going to try both of these today. We'll take you along, try and give you an impression of which John Cooper works. These are the 2023 models, 230 horsepower, so similar sort of performance I expect to the Polo, but maybe a little bit more fun to drive. We'll take you along, we'll try and find out. Okay then, here we go. CJ's picked the auto to go for a first run in, and oh, we're off. Just trying to see which one of the cars is the smoothest to drive. I'll tell you what, I've noticed already, we've only done a few hundred yards, but the ride in this car is quite firm, isn't it? Yeah. And the noise, the road noise, I don't think we're on the best noise. We're not on the best road in the world, but the road noise is pretty bad. That'll be down to these run flat tires. Weather here is a beautiful British summer's day. I don't know what's happened to the summer this year. Interior of the car feels nice. Those seats are really comfy. Love the digi dash that it's got there. This one's, being a John Cooper works, it has most mod cons. Do you feel mini in a Mini?
Do you feel mini?
Yeah. What's the size? Does the car feel small? Does it feel big? How does it compare with the Polo, for example?
It definitely does feel more enclosed than the Polo, but that could be because
we're missing the pan roof. Yeah.
But that aside, I feel that it is a bit smaller, but what I do like about that is I don't have to lean over for anything. Everything as a driver is exactly where you need to be. I can touch absolutely everything without moving at all from the driving position, which I like.
Good. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, it does miss the pan roof, doesn't it? I forgot about that. Oh, it's gone dark. We've had a good drive. We're about to take the auto back. We might as well ask the driver. So what have you noticed about the auto? What things jump out at you?
Yeah, silly small things, but this area I think it's great, the fact that you can just glance down and you're seeing the things you really need to see, i.e. the speed, etc., your revs, but it doesn't look level to me. When I look through my steering wheel, it's that sitting at an angle.
Sitting off centre, yeah.
This car, I don't know, but
okay,
it's not sitting perfectly for me, which would probably annoy me. Comfortable enough, yeah, it's okay. Might not be doing it for me though. Okay,
and the gearbox?
Yeah, as far as an auto goes, okay.
Smoother than the Polo, or? Slightly
smoother than the Polo, but probably just not smooth enough for me overall, which will draw me towards the manual, because I think.
And the brakes and the steering, how do the brakes feel?
Everything's okay, although the steering I feel a little bit heavy in the auto.
And we're in mid mode, normal mode at the moment, so we're not in sport, so you wouldn't expect it to be heavy.
And I'm not saying heavy, maybe heavy is a bit strong a word, but yeah.
So, are we gonna try the manual?
We are going to try the manual.
Yes, let's go try the manual. Everything's pretty similar to the last car, same spec again, except for we have the different transmission. The gear skit's quite long, which obviously means it's up at a nice level for your hand. There's an elbow support, like an armrest here as well, so you can sit and flick between the gears nicely. Feels quite smooth. Gearbox feels not too jerky or anything like that yet, so we're going to try a little bit around the narrower stuff, and then we'll take it out on the open road and see how it feels. The car feels a little bit more, is it just my imagination, or does the car feel, it feels a little bit more alive, doesn't it? It does. just stick it quickly. So we're into sport. We'll see how the car feels. Does feel a little bit, does it feel a bit sharper with this gear? But I don't know, I'm not driving the car, so maybe I'm making this up. One thing I have noticed though, it rev matches with the manual mode coming down the gearbox, which is quite nice. We'll see what sort of throttle response, what sort of poke it's got down here. It's a bit of a wet day today, so we're not going bonkers. It does make a nice noise. Don't know if that's artificial, but yeah, it does make a nice noise. It's got some pull in the gears. It's got some pull in the gears. Yeah, the car feels more alive with this gearbox, is my initial impression. Ride, again, it's firm like the other car. I think that's the main difference, isn't it? Had a drive in the manual now in all conditions out on the open road. We're just having a little spin around town. One thing I've noticed, this car, I said they're the same, they're not quite the same. This car's on the optional 18-inch wheels, and on those the ride is definitely not as crashy as it was on the 17s. Normally it's the other way around, but would you agree, or is that just to my imagination?
No, I would agree with that, definitely. It's unusual, but...
Anything else? What have you noticed about this car compared with the other one, sort of immediate impressions?
Yeah, for me, the manual's much more responsive and just much more, I mean, it's not smooth, but the gear change is great.
Yeah,
loving
it's
it.
a nice action.
Loving it. It feels as if I'm driving the car.
Down a gear. Round the corner, right, let's see what this Mini's got to offer. As we come round, this is quite a long corner, this one, but it seems nicely balanced. Bit of acceleration there. Just holding third gear. Manual box is nice, just giving a nice feel with the car. Long corner this, and as it straightens, crikey, you can feel the boost in this car, you can feel the grunt. This thing's got some go, hasn't it? This thing has got some go. Nicely controlled, a really strong front end on this car. Woo! Well, there we go, we're heading home now. We've had a good test drive in both cars. Thanks very much to Mini for that. They are very good when it comes to that. They put no pressure on you. It's great. They were very good, weren't they?
Yeah.
We're all a bit Mini excited, as you can probably appreciate. I think we came to the conclusion quite quickly that the manual car much suits the John Cooper Works experience. But I think tomorrow you've got to go and take the Polo back out for a drive, because I think we're underestimating just how good that car is. We're in a rush to potentially spend considerably more money, and I'm still, well, am I in Camp Polo, am I in Camp Mini? I don't know, but I think that's important to do tomorrow. And then we'll maybe go and speak to them about trade-ins and values and finance and all that sort of stuff. If this has been good, then please give us a thumbs up, and you better hit subscribe, because how will this play out? Who knows? But for now, from all of us in here, there is a doggo in the back, Millsy. She's being shy today. Thanks very much for watching. Cheerio.
Bye bye. Smoking a fag. In fact, maybe let's try everything. No, so.
Now that CJ's finished talking, we can start the video clip. That'd be worth leaving in. I am smoking a fag.